Hi, so it's me, Pika, and I'm going to do 4 parts of Pika Unfiltered. I will be sharing my creative thoughts, my writing process, the inspirations I get from my poems, and my videos for what I have posted on my YouTube channel for the past month. Yes, it has been a month since I started posting contents and YouTubes and poems on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to do a full parts of Pika Unfiltered for each poems that I have posted and written and read out loud. So, and for the first video, I will be sharing about Same Old Stranger, the inspiration behind it, and I will be talking about it very thoroughly. So let's watch the video first, the poem that I've shared, and I will have a breakdown after the video is finished. So keep watching. Same old stranger. Opening up oneself can be very exhausting, especially to the new people. Oftentimes, it doesn't end very well when they live with all of my secrets up their sleeves. They change. Second thoughts of moving on. But the secrets they hold, the secrets I told, it will remain. My stomach feels sick thinking of all those times I wish I hadn't said anything at all. None of my favorite book, my favorite author, The Hidden Birthmark, or my favorite movie of all time. If I knew they would leave me when I am most vulnerable, with my secrets that I wear to keep me warm, for them, I stripped it off one by one until there's none, not a single thread to be seen, visible. Naked with nothing to hold but regrets. It was the space that I crave. Mind you, they weren't for free, for there is a price I have to pay. In return, it wasn't a pleasure, but a painful experience. Nearly made me go insane. I wasn't sure if I thoroughly enjoyed it. I remember I said no more than one yes that led to not so happy ending. I admit it wasn't my proudest moment. So I'm wondering if I am making a same old huge mistake of trusting so easily when those who left me stranded had shown me they couldn't be trusted. Well, they can. Crossed our hearts and we kissed to seal the deal. But they didn't stay. They made a choice to live and walked away. With all of my clothes ripped off, I become ashamed. And I am looking for a shelter, a safe space that would accept me. Beyond the bad decisions I made, I know I was forced to. They leave me with no choice. But who would hear me out when I keep running towards the same stranger? Okay. So when I wrote this, I thought to myself, it's not easy to get to know a new person, to open yourself up to someone that you aren't sure if they're different from the person before this. It's a gamble, I would say. So you wanted to get to know them, you wanted them to get to know you, but the only way to do that is you have to share information, secrets of yourself, and sometimes you might go to an extent that is a bit too far, more than what you should have done, and
because you wanted to feel loved, to feel needed. So it was like a desperate measure that you had to go for. You thought this is what I have to do, but you didn't know better then. And I'm here to say it's not your fault. We all been down that road so many times, and it's difficult because oftentimes it doesn't end very well. Each time you start to talk to a new person, it doesn't go anywhere. So when you decided, when they leave with all of my secrets up their sleeves, they change, second thoughts of moving on. So you never knew, one day a person just decided, you know what, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to leave, and I'm not even going to say goodbye. And they leave with the secrets that you told, the secrets that they hold, they will remain. You know, your stomachs feel sick. I had a moment where I feel so sick thinking of, you know, my favorite book that I told them, my favorite author, my birthmark that they've seen or they knew about, my favorite movie. So I feel sick whenever I see the book that I told them, oh, on my bookshelf, oh, that's the book that I love, that's the author that I'm a huge fan of. So whenever you see something that you told them, you shared with your favorite music or the Spotify playlist that you made, you will always be reminded that there are people out there who knew that so much about me, when I wish I just haven't told them anything. If I knew they would leave me when I am most vulnerable with my secrets that I wear to keep them warm, to keep me warm, for them I strip it off one by one until there's none, not a single thread to be seen, so visible, naked with nothing to hold but regrets. So the secrets, the informations that I told, I would wear them like a layer and layer to keep myself as one, to keep myself warm. That's what I would do. But for them, for someone that is, you're not very sure, temporary or permanent in your life, you just took it off one by one by one. So until you have nothing left for yourself, to cover yourself, to hold yourself together, you are naked with nothing to hold it but regrets. But damage has been done, and there's nothing you can do about it anymore, except you have to live knowing that there's people out there who knows about you. You know, you just have to let it go. I think that's the part of life. It gets very repetitive because every time you're meeting someone new, you have to open yourself up. So that's the only way to do it. When it doesn't work out, it doesn't end well, you cannot take them back anymore. It's with them forever. And you wonder, where does it go? Do they keep it as a secret? You know, because one day anyone could use the information of you against you, but you'll never know. But now that there is like no trace of them ever coming back into your life, I guess they will take it to their grave with them, the secrets, everything that a part of both of you. That's what I think. Okay, it was a space that I crave. Mind you, they weren't for free. So there's a price I have to pay in return. It wasn't a pleasure, but a painful experience. The space that I crave is, I want it to, it has to do with abandonment issues, attachment issues, that you're afraid of being left alone. You're afraid that this person is going to leave you. you know, but you wanted to feel love, you wanted them to stay, you wanted them to be around. So you go to an extent that the space that they have provided you, they do not come for free. There is a price that you have to pay. When it happened, you didn't think much of it. You thought, you know, you didn't know what to think. All you thought was, I want them to stay. I want them to stay in my life. I want them to want me. So I would go into a very desperate measure to have them around. So, and then it would take you weeks, months, even to realize that I didn't actually want that. That wasn't what I wanted, for, you know, but that's what they wanted from me. And I went to an extent that, you know, maybe they would stay, and they didn't. So it nearly made me go insane. I wasn't sure if I was thoroughly enjoyed it. But I remember I said no more than yes. So when they keep on insisting and you keep saying, I don't think this is what I want, and you know it very well, you have this conscience, everyone have this conscience that this is not what we wanted. But attachment and abandonment issues, just like, this is what I want, I guess. You're not very sure of yourself, you question yourself. So with one yes, it would make them shut up. That's what you thought. You know, if I say yes, maybe they would shut up. Maybe they would make them stay. Because that's how it seems like. But it didn't. So it led to not so happy ending. I admit it wasn't my proudest moment. But the image has been done, right? So I'm wondering if I'm making the same old mistake of trusting so easily. When those who left me stranded have shown me you can't be trusted. So when you're meeting someone new and you thought to yourself, am I trusting someone so easily? You know, you start to blame yourself. You know, this is what happened when you give so much of yourself that they left. You know, you're not very sure what would make them stay. So is it your fault that you trust someone so easily, that you would give so much of yourself, you know, and they couldn't be trusted? Well, they can. You thought to yourself, you're still trying to convince yourself. Cross our hearts and we kiss to seal the deal, but they didn't stay. So what was all that about? Why would you go to such extent for someone when they would still live? You know, they made a choice to leave and walked away. With all of my clothes ripped off, I become ashamed and I am looking for a shelter, a safe space that would accept me beyond the bad decision I made. I know I was forced to. They leave me with no choice, but who would hear me out when I keep running back towards the same old stranger? So with everything that has been done, you wonder, would anyone accept you for the bad decisions you made for someone else, the bad decision you made to make yourself acceptable? You did. Not loved, I wouldn't say any of it is loved, but you do what you thought you have to, you know. But then you keep on running back to the same strangers. Like, for how long must I give so much of myself that I am left with none? And here's what I would say: it's a gamble. Getting to know new people is a gamble. The only way you can do it is open so much of yourself. But is it worth it? You just don't know. You can't make someone stay. You can't make someone like you. You can't make someone, you know, want to be around you. You just can't. That's not how it works. So what I would advise is, If you have nothing to lose, go for it. Get to know as many people as you want. But you have yourself to lose, it's better just to keep it to yourself than to give everyone that you're meeting a piece of yourself, because one by one, until it's so many, there's so many of them, you would lose yourself. And I can tell you that it's not the best feeling that you're losing so much of yourself for other people. But I would say it's not your fault that you didn't know better then, and now you do. And I hope that you will find someone that is worth keeping yourself, yet without doing you so much, they're still willing to be a part of you, a part of your life, because that's what is real. Instead of trying to make yourself, or trying to open so much of yourself to make someone stay, there's no guarantees that anyone would stay. No guarantees at all. So just don't go to an extent that you would regret. You know, love yourself more so you know when to stop. That's all I have to say. Love yourself more so you would know when to stop. So the video, I decided to choose a video of a girl standing in front of a train walking by, because I see that girl as me, and the trains as the people, as the life, as everything that goes on in your life on daily basis. You will always be meeting new people, new person, you know, you'll be working new job, or you'll be, it's a cycle of life that regardless of having so many things going on different stages of your life, it will always be quite repetitive, I would say. So that's how I see it, and that's how I imagine myself in the poem. And the GIFs just like really represents it very well. And I have like people saying, oh, it matches very well with the whole poem. And I'm so happy that it turns out okay from my first video. Now I will be wishing all of you the best, and so you don't have to open so much of yourself to so many people, and you would find that one person that is worth of everything that you've laid out there on the table for them, rather than onto so many people. I hope you find that one person, not a same old stranger, someone that will stay. That's all. Someone who will stay because they want to, not because you want them to. Wishing you the best, and I love you guys so much. Cheers to not meeting a new person anymore.